Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
High winds and soaking rain is going to be a big problem, and that's even before we get to Thanksgiving Day. We'll check out your forecast coming up.
It sounds like an awful joke, but it's not. MDOT admits a major mistake on the I-75 project in Oakland County.
But breaking news right now. Chief Craig says the Detroit police sergeant suspended for not taking action when an officer was killed had been previously fired from the department for cowardice, but then rehired.
Yeah, let's get right to Mara McDonald. She's live at Detroit Police Headquarters tonight. Mara, the chief also says there are questions about how he got back on the force.
There's a whole lot to unpack here, Kimberly. We're talking about Sergeant Ronald Kidd. And before we get to his past, let's talk about the issue right now, which is his inaction, to put it kindly, the night that Officer Rasheen McClain was shot. In fact, the chief says his body camera video is appalling. Take a look.
And I'm going to speak for one of my assistant chiefs. He saw the video before I did, Assistant Chief James White. He was so angry. Halfway through it, he realized what was going on. He got up and walked out. And he said, when the chief sees this, not good.
Not good is an understatement, and it's clear the chief wants Sergeant Ronald Kidd off the job for his failure that night. But here's where everything gets even murkier. Sergeant Kidd has been on the force for 21 years, but in 2014 he was fired after he did nothing while his female partner was beaten.
How do you stand by and watch your partner take a beating?
The chief lobbied for Kidd to be fired then, and he was, but ultimately entered into a plea agreement with the department to come back on the job. And while his name may be on the paperwork approving this, the chief says it's not his signature.
I hate to use the word forged because that constitutes a crime. Yeah. I would just say that someone signed my name and it was not my signature.
Also telling, Craig only signs paperwork in one color, green, and this signature was in purple. Craig suspended Sergeant Kidd 2 days ago. In this case, it's the body cam video that tells the whole story here, which includes Sergeant Kidd a block away from the shooting scene saying, "We should take cover," instead of running to take command. Back here live, the chief says the investigation into Sergeant Kidd is ongoing. There is also a possibility the department will refer him to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for charges. We're live downtown tonight at Detroit Police Headquarters. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Now let's get to breaking news from Detroit as police are investigating a deadly shooting. This happened on Woodward near West State Fair. A 36-year-old man was killed. We're told he ran into a car wash looking for help, then was taken to the hospital, but that's where he died. Right now, police don't know why he was shot, so there are no known suspects at this point. We will continue following it up with updates both on air and online at clickondetroit.com.
More breaking news now from Capitol Hill. The House Judiciary Committee announces it will hold its first public impeachment hearing next week. President Trump and his lawyers have been invited to participate. The December 4th hearing will feature legal experts who will examine the constitutional grounds for impeachment. The impeachment probe was launched, of course, to investigate allegations the president requested Ukraine investigate Democrats while the U.S. withheld military aid to the Eastern European country.
If you're one of the tens of thousands of drivers who take I-75 through Oakland County every day, some news for you tonight that's not great. MDOT says a half-mile chunk of brand new concrete needs to be torn out and replaced because contractors use the wrong concrete mix. Take a look at the map. You'll understand why it's such a big deal. The left two northbound lanes from 13.5 to 14 Mile are going to need to be ripped up along with the shoulders on the ramps at Rochester Road and Big Beaver. This has already been a long-running headache that's going to stay that way for a lot longer. Larry Spruill live in the construction zone tonight. Larry, it's going to be expensive, but for commuters, maybe more urgent to them, another time-consuming fix.
Indeed, Kevin and Kimberly, we're talking about a $224 million project right here. We are just right off a 14-mile, right under that 75 overpass right there. Now, it's been the center of mass construction here for some time now, and MDOT tells me they're focusing on this area again due to human error. It's news drivers are not happy to hear.
Orange barrels and construction, a common sight for people driving on Interstate 75 in Troy. It's a part of a $224 million project that involves reconstructing more than 8 miles of pavement in each direction. The plan is to improve structures and upgrade drainage. That's just some of the improvements. But getting around the construction, Linda Burke says, requires a plan and a lot of patience.
It starts slowing down at 11. And then if you're going to Big Beaver like I did yesterday, it'll pick back up after Rochester.
Melissa Larson also understands the struggle.
My in-laws live in Troy, so taking our girls back and forth is kind of a hassle.
But Tuesday, MDOT announced that hassle may get worse. Rob Marossi with MDOT tells me contractors poured the wrong batch of concrete between 13.5 and 14 Mile on the northbound side of 75 in Troy, and now they have to remove it.
It was an error at the plant, the batch plant, where they make the concrete.
You're gonna tear it up after all of this?
Yes.
Come on now, you gotta be joking.
Not a joke, but now leaving drivers with more questions.
Who's paying for that?
And I asked MDOT that very question. They tell me that the contractors, they will split the bill on this project. We are live in Troy tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Yeah, the contractors get to pay financially, Larry, but we get to pay with time. So we'll talk a little bit more about the delay this adds.
Well, and Devin, and MDOT really says they don't have a timeline or a time frame as far as when this part of the project will be completed. They did say that the entire project will be finished late 2020. Devin?
So a year to go. All right, Larry. This is the second major paving mistake in as many years, by the way. You may recall a half-mile stretch of new concrete on I-696 had to be replaced back in June of 2018 because it didn't meet quality standards.
Wow. All right, so let's take a look outside right now from our Windsor Sky Cam. And as you can see there a little bit, the clouds are starting to move in after a sunny afternoon. And those clouds are bringing rain, but it's what's actually coming after that that's even more concerning.
Exactly right. High winds going to start kicking up just in time for the peak of pre-Thanksgiving travel. Let's get over to Ben for how it's going to play out here over the next couple of days.
Yeah, Devin and Kim, it is getaway day for a lot of folks, and wind advisories have been posted for us, everybody except Sanilac County. This is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow, gust of up to 50 miles an hour, but you see those orange areas that are a little bit further south. Those are high wind warnings where 60-mile-per-hour gusts are possible. And when you look at the map of the entire nation, we're seeing an advisory, a watch, or a warning in more than half of the states in the union here for tomorrow. So chances are, if you're in a car or in a plane tomorrow traveling, you're going to run into high winds somewhere here in the U.S. So we'll talk about how that's going to evolve. Plus, the other thing we're watching is soaking rain and thunder tonight. We'll look at the impact on the drive tomorrow. And it's going to be another sloppy weekend ahead. In between things, not so bad. We'll look at your Thanksgiving and Black Friday forecast, too, in just a few minutes. Guys?
Okay, Ben. Right now, the hunt is on for the gunman who shot a woman and her adult grandson in a house on Detroit's west side. It happened on Metatol Street, just off Schoolcraft near Greenfield. Our Victor Williams is live there tonight. And Victor, first off, is there any update on their conditions this evening?
As of right now, no. Police are still looking for the people who are responsible, and it's really an act of violence that has many people shaking their heads, asking the question, who would want to hurt a 61-year-old woman and her grandson in the comfort of their own home? Just days before Thanksgiving, the news of a suspected home invasion rips through the Metatol neighborhood.
It's a sad situation, but what can we do?
A little after 12 a.m. Tuesday morning, police found a 61-year-old woman and her 25-year-old grandson, both with apparent gunshot wounds to the body. Something unbelievable for longtime neighbor Nate Stallworth.
I'm shocked this happened on my block. I bought my house almost 10 years ago. Most of the people on this block is family-oriented, older homeowners.
We're told the two recently moved in the home just months ago, and police have reason to believe that someone broke in and for whatever reason decided to shoot them both.
They haven't been there that long. No, I didn't know. I know just about everybody else in the block, but I didn't know those people at all. A lot of crazy people in the world. Hope they get caught. That's all I can say.
Both victims have been taken to the hospital, the grandson in critical and the grandmother in temporary serious condition.
It's just sad. We just got to do better, you know. Look out for each other. I mean, protect yourself and stay prayed up.
And there are a few neighbors who have surveillance cameras set up on their homes. Unfortunately, it did not catch anything. It did not catch the person going into that house or anything of that nature. So police are really looking to the public for answers in this situation. If you know anything, you are urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Reporting live out here, Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor, tonight we've learned prosecutors are pressing charges against a man after a 3-year-old finds a gun and shoots herself.
Stephen Johnston is charged with child abuse after the shooting last week in Lincoln Park. Prosecutors say Johnston left a loaded gun out in his room. We're told the daughter of Johnston's girlfriend found the gun and accidentally shot herself in the head. She remains in the hospital tonight. Johnston is expected in court tomorrow.
Michigan Secretary of State is closing early tonight after experiencing internet problems.
Many services are right now unavailable, including the offices, their online services, and call centers. The Secretary of State's office says this is due to a state government network outage, but any late fees will be waived for anybody who had things due today. Our consumer investigator Hank Winchester will be live outside of one of the branches with more information a little bit later in this newscast. Okay, we are off and running here on a Tuesday. Here's Sean Lang.
He was known as Cocaine Sonny, known to rule the ruthless gang 7 Mile Bloods. Now he's been sent to prison for life.
You know, because see, God is his judge and jury. I always told him that.
Cocaine Sonny's aunt speaking up for him, and we have the interview. And I take you inside the investigation, how social media helped bring him down.
One of the happiest days ever in the Macomb County Circuit Court. Why families packed into a courtroom couldn't stop crying, but all for good reasons.
All right, take a close look at this video. You're probably wondering what is going on here. Well, after a recent defenders investigation, MDOT taking action. I'll tell you what this work along I-275 is all about after the break.